Hi friends, this video is going to be all about lower back strengthening and feeling a little bit more mobile in that area. It's really normal to have lower back, mid-back pain if we are sitting too much or on our feet too much, and that area might just be a little bit overworked or underworked. There's very many layers to back pain. And then also it could be a little bit of tightness in our hips and just not enough strength in our back and our core. And our back is part of our core, so sometimes when we're thinking of doing core work, we really omit the back and we're just doing a disservice to ourselves and our body for balance. So for this video, or for this flow, you will need, you don't need it, but you want a block or a pillow, and then some kind of strap. So whether it's a rope, a yoga strap, a towel, so you can grab both ends. And you may not need it, but it is good to have just in case. So we will get started on our backs. And you don't need a yoga mat, maybe a blanket or just the floor. And you can just start by pulling your knees into your chest. And this might feel good right here, and just rock from side to side. Let that be a little massage for your lower back, your kidneys, and adrenals. And maybe this already just feels good with your head on the ground, shoulders a little bit more relaxed from your ears. And then pause in the middle and take your left leg, either left foot on the ground, or you can stretch it out. And just take both hands, interlace your fingers, and take your hands right under your right knee and your shin, and then just kind of feel that little hug. And again, this is gonna open up through your left hip. Take one breath in. One breath out, and then take your left foot back in, and just exchange sides. Send your right foot either down onto the ground, or extend it out nice and long. Interlace your fingers under on your left shin, and press. And just breathe and feel the length again into your right hip. Now draw both knees back in, and again, that's a lot of core work, so draw both knees back in and take a full breath in. And then either cactus your arms or tee them out side to side, and then just drop your knees over to the left. And your gaze can stay straight up, and just think about maybe even scooting your left hip back a little bit so your right hip stacks right on top of your left. And if your right shoulder blade starts to peel up, know that that's okay. And you can even take your right hand to support onto your lower back. Or if it feels good and if your neck is really straight, you can put a pillow or a block underneath your neck. Just hang out for a breath or two. Notice where you feel a little bit of tension, and notice where you can soften a little bit. And then wiggle back onto center. And we're just going to do that on the other side. Tee your arms out nice and wide. Hug your knees in. And then just let your knees drop over to the right. And again, you can fully extend your right arm. Take your right hand to your lower back, or find that little cactus. And it feels a little bit more stretched into your shoulder girdle. And then slowly rock back to center. This time, take your hands to your thighs and just start a little momentum. Start some momentum, rock the length of your mat as many times as you want, and then maybe you'll need to renegotiate your space. Cross your ankles, plant your palms, and then just come to a tabletop, so all fours. And this will be nice for spinal flexion and extension. Drop your belly down. Start to lift your chin just slightly. Really press and still engage through your upper arms and press into your fingertips. Breathe in. And then exhale, find a cat back. So just press into your hands, press into your shins, and your toes can stay tucked. Then draw your chin to your chest and feel that little bit of arch through your spine like a scared Halloween cat. Draw a little bit of shoulder space through your shoulder blades, and you can find the upper back stretch. And then let's link that breath to movement 3 times. Drop your belly, breathe in, cow pose. And then exhale, cat pose. Find that round tuck arch of your spine 2 more times. Breathe in, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose, round tuck curl. You can already start to feel the range of motion increase. Breathe in, cow pose, belly descends, chin lifts. Exhale, cat pose, round, tuck, curl. Awesome, come back to tabletop. This time we're gonna work a little bit of lower back and into our core. So take your left foot back. This might be just enough, and you can feel this in your hip again, or extend your right arm in front of you. And just point your thumb up as if you were gonna give somebody a handshake. And then just keep the gaze down so the back of your neck is nice and long. Take one big breath in, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. And again, you can just do the leg. And then as you come in, elbow to knee, find that cat back. 2 more times, breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, last time. Exhale. Re-extend, re-extend. Feel that stretch, heel to fingertip. Exhale, tabletop. Let's do that on the other side. Extend your right foot back and face all 5 toes to the ground. Breathe in, either stay here or add the left arm on. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to elbow, connect. Inhale, reach in opposite directions. Exhale, elbow to knee. Feel your core stabilize. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last time, friends, inhale. Exhale, tabletop, come to all 4s. And then this time, tuck your toes, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pike your hips up, and then just create an inverted V shape with your body. Easy way to get there, find a high plank, and then just shift back into that V. Take your feet about hip width distance, maybe a little wider, and then you can play with the arm variation. Those of you who have broader shoulders, maybe a wider stance in your arms is gonna be a little bit more easier on the shoulders. And really press weight into your palms and into all 10 finger pads so it alleviates pressure on your wrists. Breathe in. And then just stay for the breath out. Little bend into your knees. So again, it frees up space in your lower back. Now bring the gaze forward. Bend your knees even more. And then take little steps or a big step as close as you can behind your wrists. Bend your knees even more. Grab for opposite elbows, let your head hang heavy. So ragdoll pose. Just sway side to side. And the more that you can increase the bend into your knees, it's gonna feel more in your lower back, less in your hamstrings. And even if you're more up here, if your pose looks more like this, that's perfect. Can you just relax your head, chin to chest? Maybe shake your head, yeah, shake your head, no. And then you can just sway your body side to side like an elephant swinging its trunk. And then this is one of my favorites to free up a little bit more space in your lats. Sunflower pose. As if you had a piece of chalk on your right elbow. Come all the way to your left. And then draw a big circle up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then all the way down, all the way down. Do that one more time to the left first. Come up to the left. All the way up, all the way up. Find that little hang time. And then come all the way down, bend your knees. Let's go the other side. Left elbow leads to the right. Breathe in, like a roller coaster at the top. Find that suspension. And then come all the way back down. Last time, left elbow all the way up. Come all the way down. Awesome. Release your hands back down. Step your left foot back. Step your right leg back. A nice high plank. And then from your knees or your toes here, come all the way down to your belly. Yeah. And then again, if you have sensitivity in your lower back, find feet hip width distance or zip them up all together. A little bit feet hip width distance is gonna find a little less pressure, so I'm gonna stay there. And then tense your fingertips right underneath your shoulders. And then let your chin and your forehead rest down. Empty out all of your air. And then breathe in, press into the tops of your feet and then slowly lift your shoulders up. Keep the gaze right at the top of your mat. Little to no weight into your fingertips. Really strengthening through your entire spine. Breathe in. And then just exhale, lower down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, press through the shoelace side of your feet. Maybe your knees and your thighs lift. Exhale, lower down. Last time, friends. Inhale, cobra pose. Really feel the strength of your spine. Lift 1 more inch. Exhale, lower down. Come up to a tabletop. So bring your knees right back underneath your hips. And then this time, take them a little bit wider. So we're gonna work into child's pose, and this is where we'll end, and I'll give you a few different options. So knees out can be pretty much the width of your yoga mat, if you have that range of motion in your hips, or you can keep them kind of pretty much parallel to where we were. And then, wherever your depth is, sit your booty back into your heels, and then crawl your fingertips towards the front cliff of your mat, and then rest your forehead down. So if your hips are pretty much high up, that's okay. And then the block also comes in handy. If your head is not making it to the ground, you can just rest your head onto a block, stretch your hands out, or keep your hips lifted just a little bit. And again, keep the block there. And know that everyone's shape is gonna look a little different. So wherever you are, it's perfect. We'll take a few breaths in child's pose, and I'll show you one more option for your strap. So ground your forehead down. And sometimes this pose can be a little uncomfortable. So again, renegotiate your position so it can feel a little bit more at ease. And then notice where you feel sensation. Never pain, but sensation. Just breathe into it and then switch if you need. Take one more big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome. So we moved the spine, we twisted side to side. We found that forward flexion and extension through cat and cow and our sunflower, our lateral movement. We're gonna do one more little back bend. So you can utilize your strap or clasp your hands behind your back. Kind of like little handshake right behind your back. Or if you can't find this grip because of a little bit more broad in the shoulders or a little tighter, perfect. Grab a towel, grab a strap, and then that loosens the grip here. Still same motion with our back. We're just gonna find a little bit more ease, right? Now just bring your gaze up. Bring your gaze up. And really puff up through your heart, puff up through your chest. Awesome, full breath in. Now take the cat back, but we're gonna call it this little contraction here. Find that contraction. Awesome, one more time. Breathe in, belly forward, heart high, chin lifts. Exhale, contract, little C curve with our back. Last time, breathe in. Exhale, contract. And you can always do that standing or kneeling if that doesn't feel good in your thighs. Thank you guys so much for joining me. A little bit more lower back mobility and strength after just that little quick 10 minutes together. Please let me know what you thought and come back to this flow or mini flow whenever you're feeling like you need a little spinal warm up. Namaste.